Why is Jeopardy repeating episodes? Jeopardy! Season 38 ended on July 29th, with the final episode hosted by fan favorite Ken Jennings. With Season 39 slated to air soon with a live audience, why is the game show airing reruns? Before the season wrapped up, the makers made a major declaration where they confirmed that both Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings would be sharing the duties as the permanent host. Ken Jennings to host Second Chance Tournament, while Ken will take over the hosting duty from September to January. Bialik will step in from January till the end of Season 39. The pair will also split duties with some of the bigger events. Ken will host the Tournament of Champions and Second Chance Tournament, while Bialik will take charge of Celebrity Jeopardy and other special tournaments. That being said, why is the network current playing Jeopardy? Repeats? Well, the answer is simpler than one would assume. Currently, the network is filming for Season 39, which is why they are airing reruns until the shoot wraps up. The upcoming season is something for fans to look forward to as the show finally opened back up to live television audiences. When will Jeopardy! Season 39 premiere? By now, fans are wondering when the latest Jeopardy! Season will premiere. It isn't a long wait. As per The Sun, Season 39 will premiere on September 12, 2022. So, Jeopardy! Fans will have to make do with the reruns from the previous season that include the favorites selected by the makers. Season 38 saw some memorable moments with names like Amy Schneider, who won 40 games in a row. The show also had Matt Amodio, who won 38 games in a row. Throughout the history of the show, Jeopardy! Has aired more than 8,000 episodes with several hosts that came after the legendary Alex Trebek. However, only a few know that Jeopardy! Was originally hosted by Art Fleming between 1964 and 1979, after which Alex Trebek took charge from 1984 until his death in 2020. Executive producer Mike Richards, who resigned from his position amid controversy, was also the host of the show for a week in 2021. Later on, Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings took charge of sharing the hosting duties. Apart from these main hosts, the show also had several guest hosts grace the stage like George Stephanopoulos, Richard Roberts, LeVar Burton, David Faber, Joe Buck, and Buzzy Cohen. Fans disappointed with Alex Trebek Jeopardy! Reruns. Recently, fans showed their disappointment with the reruns as they expected more from the makers. Jeopardy! Had recently announced that they would air Alex Trebek-hosted episodes. Pluto TV partnered with the game show to launch a 24/7 streaming service for Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! However, to fans' disappointment, the makers only provided a limited selection of episodes from the Alex Trebek era. Are you watching these Jeopardy! Reruns? What do you feel about Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik jointly sharing the hosting duties? Share your thoughts in the comments. For decades, Jeopardy! Has been a weekday ritual for millions of Americans, a half hour of intellectual competition wrapped in the comforting tones of its iconic theme music and fast-paced trivia. But recently, viewers tuning in for their daily dose of Alex Trebek's successor or successors have been met not with fresh clues, but with reruns. In an era where new content is king and the appetite for originality seems insatiable, Jeopardy! Doubling back on old episodes has left fans scratching their heads. Why is one of television's most enduring quiz shows repeating episodes? The answer, like many things about Jeopardy! Is layered, deliberate, and surprisingly revealing about how modern television works. Let's unpack it. 1. The aftershocks of industry disruption. First and foremost, television has not been immune to the seismic industry disruptions of the past few years. 2 Hollywood labor strikes, the Writers Guild of America WGA strike and the Screen Actors Guild SAG-AFTRA strike, both sent ripples through television production schedules in 2023. While Jeopardy! Is a game show and not a scripted drama, it relies heavily on a team of clue writers, researchers, and fact-checkers, many of whom are members of the WGA. When the WGA strike took effect, Jeopardy! Faced an immediate content bottleneck. Without new material being written and verified, the show could not reliably produce fresh games at its usual clip. As a result, producers turned to the extensive archive of past episodes to keep the show on air. It's not the first time the show has done this. During the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, production halts forced Jeopardy! to air Best of Collections and Tournament of Champions reruns to fill time slots. This strategy of dipping into a deep vault of classic episodes is both practical and, for many viewers, nostalgically appealing. 2. The long tail of Jeopardy's library. Jeopardy! As a treasure trove of content. Since premiering in its current syndicated form in 1984, the show has taped over 8,000 episodes. This incredible back catalog allows producers to curate themed weeks, showcase memorable champions, or revisit nail-biting finals without seeming stale. Recent rerun cycles have included fan favorites like James Holzhauer's high-stakes winning streak, Ken Jennings' record-setting 74-game run, and memorable celebrity tournament moments. For casual fans and even diehards, many of these episodes are worth a rewatch. The nature of trivia itself, fleeting facts, obscure knowledge, quick recall, means that even a repeat can feel fresh if you don't remember every category or clue verbatim. And in an age where content libraries are premium currency, just ask Netflix or Disney+. Jeopardy! Its ability to leverage its own decades-deep archive is actually a competitive advantage. Few other game shows have such a rich, evergreen repository of content. Strategic scheduling between tournament seasons. Another reason for reruns is simple scheduling calculus. Jeopardy! Tapes its regular season in distinct blocks and often saves its marquee tournaments like the Tournament of Champions, Second Chance, or Celebrity Jeopardy! For sweeps periods, the months when networks tally ratings to set advertising rates. When there's a lull between tapings, or when producers want to build anticipation for an upcoming tournament, filling the gap with classic episodes keeps viewers engaged without burning through new content prematurely. It also offers an opportunity to reset the playing field and give new viewers a soft landing before the next cycle of fresh games. 4. The transition and legacy of hosts. Since the passing of beloved host Alex Trebek in 2020, Jeopardy! Has been navigating a sensitive and high-profile transition period. The show experimented with a series of guest hosts, eventually settling on a dual-host model featuring Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik, though Bialik later stepped back, leaving Jennings as the primary host. Amid this evolving dynamic, reruns have served a subtle secondary purpose, offering continuity and familiarity to an audience still adjusting to change. Airing classic Trebek-era episodes or early runs of Jennings as host helps weave the show's history together and smooth the growing pains of this generational handoff. 5. Viewer demand and nostalgia. Here's the wildcard reason. Fans like the reruns. Many longtime viewers relish the opportunity to rewatch iconic matches or see familiar champions in action again. Social media buzz often spikes during re-airs of particularly memorable games, with fans sharing their favorite moments or testing their trivia mettle once more. The same psychology that makes people rewatch classic sitcoms or favorite movies applies here. Jeopardy! Is as much comfort TV as it is a competition. In fact, when rerun blocks have aired in the past, ratings have held steady or even seen slight upticks. The combination of nostalgia, recognition, and the sheer entertainment value of a well-played game keeps audiences coming back, even if they've technically seen it before. A pause for quality control. Unlike reality shows or talk shows that can churn out content rapidly, Jeopardy! Maintains meticulous production standards. Every clue goes through layers of research, fact-checking, and legal vetting before it makes it to air. If there's any disruption in this pipeline, whether from staff turnover, strikes, or scheduling, producers are loath to cut corners.